What does it take to carry the weight of the entire known world on your shoulders, to command vast armies, endure devastating plagues, navigate political betrayals, and hold absolute power over millions without losing your sanity, your humility, or your soul? How did the most powerful human being on the planet 2,000 years ago stay grounded, calm, and disciplined in the face of constant chaos? Welcome to Book Essence, where we unlock the essence of every book so you get the wisdom without spending weeks reading. Today, we are breaking down Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, the private journal of a Roman emperor that was never intended for publication, yet became the ultimate Stoic handbook for mastering your mind, overcoming adversity, and living a life of quiet power. Let us unlock it. To understand Meditations, you have to understand what this book actually is, and more importantly, what it is not. Marcus Aurelius did not write this book for fame, for profit, or to leave a grand literary legacy for future generations. He wrote it in dirty military tents on the icy borders of the Roman Empire, late at night while fighting wars, dealing with deadly pandemics, and managing a crumbling state. Meditations was his private journal. It was a letter from Marcus the man to Marcus the emperor, a raw, uncensored tool for self-discipline, emotional control, and moral alignment. When you read these pages, you are stepping into the private thoughts of a leader reminding himself how to be good. He writes to remind himself not to get angry at difficult people, not to be corrupted by the luxury of power, and not to fear death or failure. Because it was never meant to be read by anyone else, there are no complex academic theories or artificial grandstanding. Instead, it is filled with brutal self-honesty, practical reminders, and psychological tactics. The core lesson that echoes through every page is remarkably simple, yet deeply radical. You cannot control the world around you, but you can always control how you respond to it. Your mind is your only true sanctuary, and whether your life feels like a tragedy or a triumph depends entirely on the quality of your thoughts. The foundation of Marcus Aurelius's Stoic philosophy is what modern psychologists call the dichotomy of control. He divides every event, circumstance, and situation in human existence into two distinct categories: things that are up to us and things that are not. Things that are not up to us include external events, the weather, the economy, global crises, rumors, physical aging, and above all, the actions and opinions of other people. Marcus reminds himself that stressing over these external elements is a complete waste of human energy because no amount of anxiety can alter them. Things that are up to us are entirely internal: our opinions, our desires, our intentions, our values, and our reactions. Marcus calls this internal domain the inner citadel, an impenetrable fortress inside your mind that no enemy army, no disease, and no external chaos can ever breach unless you willingly surrender the keys. Marcus famously writes, "Choose not to be harmed and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed and you haven't been." The event itself is neutral. It carries no inherent emotional weight. It is your judgment about the event that creates your suffering. When you master your internal interpretation, you realize that while you may not control what happens to you, you have absolute authority over what happens within you. The dimension of Meditations that has inspired military generals, modern CEOs, and elite athletes worldwide is Marcus Aurelius's revolutionary approach to adversity. Most people view obstacles, whether a financial loss, a career setback, a health issue, or a difficult relationship, as roadblocks that stop them from reaching their goals. Marcus Aurelius turns this worldview upside down with one of the most famous passages in ancient literature. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. To a Stoic, an obstacle is not a barrier to progress, it is the raw material for growth. Fire feeds on whatever is thrown into it. A small flame can be easily extinguished by a heavy log, but a blazing fire consumes the log, turns it into fuel, and burns brighter because of it. When life throws betrayal, failure, or hardship at you, Marcus instructs you to treat it as an opportunity to practice virtue. If someone betrays you, it is an opportunity to practice forgiveness and caution. If an unexpected crisis hits your career, it is an opportunity to practice adaptability and resilience. The obstacle does not prevent you from living a good life, it gives you the exact test you need to build a stronger character. One of the most practical sections in Meditations opens with a stark, realistic assessment of human nature. Every morning before stepping out into the public eye, Marcus Aurelius gave himself a mental preparation drill. He wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they cannot distinguish good from evil." Notice that Marcus is not being cynical or hateful, he's managing his expectations. Much of our daily frustration, anger, and outrage stems from unrealistic expectations, expecting everyone around us to be polite, rational, grateful, and honest. When they inevitably fail to meet those expectations, we react with anger. By anticipating human flaws in advance, Marcus immunizes his mind against emotional shock. Furthermore, Marcus reminds himself that he shares a common humanity with these difficult individuals. They are not his enemies, they are his fellow human beings acting out of ignorance. To get angry at someone who doesn't know any better is like getting angry at a blind person for failing to see. His obligation as a leader and a decent human being is not to destroy them, judge them, or argue with them, but to lead by example and show them a better way. A recurring theme that runs like a dark, sobering thread throughout Meditations is the concept of memento mori, the conscious remembrance of mortality. In our modern culture, death is a taboo topic, something we actively ignore, hide away, or pretend won't happen for a very long time. Marcus Aurelius viewed death not as something depressing or morbid, but as the ultimate tool for clarity, humility, and presence. He reminded himself daily, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." When you remember how fleeting human life is, your perspective instantly shifts. Petty arguments evaporate, vanity, fame, and cheap social approval lose their power over you. The anxieties of what people think of you disappear because in a short span of time, both you and the people whose opinions you care so much about will be dust. Memento mori doesn't make Marcus hopeless, it makes him urgent and deeply appreciative. It forces you to stop procrastinating, to stop wasting precious hours on trivial distractions, and to treat the present moment as a sacred gift. It demands that you ask yourself, if today were my last day on earth, would I be spending it doing what I am doing right now? Despite being a philosopher who spent endless hours in deep introspection, Marcus Aurelius was not a hermit who retreated from the world. He strongly rejected the idea that Stoicism means passive endurance or emotional numbness. To Marcus, the highest human purpose was active service to society. He constantly wrote about our duty as social beings. We were created, he argued, to work together like hands, feet, and eyes. A life lived purely for oneself, isolated from the community, is an incomplete life. Marcus struggled with getting out of bed in the morning just like the rest of us. In a famous internal dialogue, he argues with himself on a cold morning. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for? Or was I created to hide under the blankets and stay warm? He reminds himself that nature designed every organism, bees, ants, spiders, birds, to fulfill its specific function and contribute to the ecosystem. Humans are no different. True peace of mind does not come from endless leisure or escaping your responsibilities. It comes from throwing yourself wholeheartedly into your daily work and fulfilling your duty to the human family. Let us bring together the greatest lessons from Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. 1. Master your internal narrative. You cannot control external events, but you have complete power over your judgments and reactions. Protect your inner citadel. 2. The obstacle is the way. Stop viewing hardship as a barrier. Treat every crisis, failure, and challenge as fuel to practice virtue and strength. 3. Expect human flaws and practice empathy. Difficult, ungrateful, and dishonest people are part of life. Anticipate them. Do not take their actions personally and respond with patience. 4. Live with memento mori. Use the awareness of your mortality not as a source of fear, but as a lens to cut through noise, eliminate vanity, and treasure the present moment. 5. Fulfill your social duty. You were built for action, not passive comfort. Serve others, do your daily work with excellence, and contribute to the common good. Marcus Aurelius leaves us with a timeless challenge that cuts through 2,000 years of history directly into our modern lives. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. That is the essence of Meditations, and that is what we do here at Book Essence. We take the world's most powerful books and unlock their wisdom, so you can build something real, starting from exactly where you are. If this video brought you value, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to find inner calm in the middle of chaos today. Every week on Book Essence, a new book, a new lesson, a new chance to grow. Until next time, keep reading, keep growing, and keep unlocking your essence. See you in the next one.